Okay, we're not rolling. No, it's today. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank everybody for being here tonight to help celebrate a special occasion, which is the inaugural meeting. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge that we are gathered here for this meeting today on their traditional unceded territory of the Swiftnick Nation. Perfect timing. Hello. And also to thank the representatives from Spotston for being here today, which is Councillor Teresa William and Councillor Sabrina Brigada. Thank you for coming, Coach Dow. My name is Kelly Bennett, and I'm the Chief Administrative Officer for the District of Sycamores, and I'm delighted to be here today to officially call the inaugural meeting to order. And with that, I will now introduce the new mayor and council for the next 4-year term. In seating order, first of all, I'd like to announce Councillor Bob Evans. Next, we have Councillor Simon Rich. And Mayor Colleen Anderson. Councillor Malcolm McHale. Councillor Pam Beach. Last but not least, Councillor Ian Bailey. Thank you everybody for joining us today. And with that, I will now introduce the Honorable Judge Levin, who will be administering the oath of office.
Everybody, right here, I don't lose 60 minutes for the language. Wonderful to be here. And I just wanted to say a few words about all the mayors and council of our municipalities and congratulate run to make sure that our municipal affairs are properly looked after. It's a very, very important job, and the community has spoken when they have chosen you to be their representatives. And I wish to congratulate you all. So it's a pleasure to be here. And to begin with, I'd like to call upon Councillor Ian Bailey to come forward. Here. Okay, Councillor Bailey. So you prefer to swear or affirm?
Swear is fine.
Okay. All right. So I, Ian Bailey, swear that
I, Ian Bailey, do swear that
I can read it and you can repeat after me if you like, or if you want to do it differently.
no, I'm fine. Not something I do.
Neither do I.
Right.
I'm qualified to hold the office of District of Sycamores, to which I have been elected.
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamores, for which I have been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all the rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all the rules related to conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be accountable for the decisions I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Please sign here. Councillor Bailey.
That was probably your favorite part, in accordance with the law.
That's not why I'm here.
No.
Police.
Yeah, well.
Congratulations. Next, I would like to call upon Councilor Pam Beach. Would you like to swear? Or? Very well. I, Pam Beach, do solemnly swear that
I, Pam Beach, do solemnly swear that
I am qualified to hold the office which I've been elected.
I am qualified to hold the office to the significance to which I've been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I have complied with the provisions in relation to the Local Governments Act in relation to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules under conflict of interest according to the community charter.
I'll carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I'll be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be responsible for the decisions that I make and actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform my duties in accordance with the office of the law.
Thank you. Please sign here. Next, I'd like to call on Councilor Bushell. Good evening. Would you like to swear or affirm? I'll swear. Well, I, Gordon Bushell, you swear that. I, Gordon Bushell, do swear that. I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamore, to which I have been elected.
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamore, of which I've been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all the rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules related to conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Thank you. Sign there. Next, Councilor Evans. Evans. Where or affirm?
Square.
I, Bob Evans, do swear that
I, Bob Evans, do swear that
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamore, to which I have been elected.
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamore, to which I have been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I'll perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Please sign here, Councillor Adams. Hope I get this right. Councillor Makarev? Right? Okay. Would you like to swear or?
I'll swear.
Very well. I Malcolm McCabe, do swear that
I, Malcolm McCabe, do swear that
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamus, to which I have been elected.
I am qualified to hold the office of. I don't have that.
Office of councillor for the district of Sycamus, to which I have been elected.
Office of Councillor for the district of Sycamus, for which I am elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I have complied with the conditions of Local Government Act in relation to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community code.
I will abide by all rules under the conflict of interest in the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be accountable for the decisions I make and the actions in accordance with my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform my duties in the office in accordance with the law.
Sign. Congratulations. Councillor Rich. Swear or affirm?
Swear, please.
Right. I, Siobhan Rich, do swear that
I, Siobhan Rich, do swear that
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamus, to which I have been elected.
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the district of Sycamus, which I've been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I have complied with the provision of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to the office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of all my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Mayor Anderson. Yeah, sure, you swear.
You bet. Be the first time.
I'll leave it at that. I, Colleen Anderson, do swear that
I, Colleen Anderson, do swear that
I am qualified to hold the office of mayor for the district of Sycamus, to which I've been elected.
I'm qualified to hold the office of mayor for the district of Sycamus, to which I have been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office.
Abide by all the rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I'll be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I'll be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I'll perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
You're interested in, you brought your own pen. Congratulations. Very much. Very well. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this.
Thank you, everyone. What I'd like to do is recognize that we do have Councillor Sabrina Bagarda and Councillor Teresa William. Thank you for being here with us today to commemorate this special occasion for us. We deeply value our friendship with Spotseen, and the council is committed to continue working together and take action in support of truth and reconciliation. Teresa and Sabrina, can I get you to say a few words? Please.
Sabrina Brigada. I actually just received my Indigenous name this weekend, and it is Redwater Stone Woman. So I'm introducing myself as Redwater Stone Woman. Congratulations to the new council, the newly elected, and the ones who have been here for a long time. And I look forward to working with you along and creating better unity going forward, or with Fletching. Congratulations.
Thank you. Now we're going to get the Kelly to hit the button for the singing of "O Canada."
Moving hearts, we see Christ the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on our footing. Keep our glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on footing. O Canada, we stand on our footing.
Thank you. Oh. Good evening, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here to share this day with us. I respectfully acknowledge that I work within the traditional and unceded territory of the Shuswap Nation. Thank you to Sycamoose residents and businesses. Your commitment to our community is outstanding. Honorable Judge Levin, thank you for administrating the oaths of office. Thank you to Splat Senior, Councillor Teresa William, Councillor Sabrina Bagarda. Thank you for being here. We look forward to continuing working together and continuing to respectfully grow our partnership. I want to thank all those candidates that put their names forward to run in this election. It's a big commitment, not just for you, but for your families as well. Thank you, Mayor Rice, for 12 years of service. Councillor Malmus for 8 years of service, and Councillor Arias for 4 years of service to our community. Congratulations to all the councillors that were successful in their campaigns. Councillor Evans, Councillor Rich, Councillor Bushell, Councillor McCabe, Councillor Beach, and Councillor Bailey. Sycamoose has spoken. They have chosen some strong experience and some new strong voices. Now it's time for us to get to work on our strategic priorities, our councils, committees, and our boards. Sycamoose chose a team in these councillors that truly love our community. They will continue to make it a priority to advocate for healthcare, education, recreation, housing, safety, and a sense of community. We want to grow our tourism industry and welcome new development that fits us. I can't say enough. I love where we live. We have it all. When you say Sycamoose live more, you can. You can snowmobile the best mountain range in Western Canada, enjoy the best lake in Western Canada. Our perfect location has everything and welcomes so many to enjoy so much. It's time for us to capitalize on that, grow tourism, grow our businesses, encourage new businesses. We need to be development friendly. We need to refurbish the old can-do slogan. As mayor and council, we've already had a quick huddle to determine who is the best fit to fit on specific boards and committees. For me as new mayor, it's very important to put some fresh faces in those chairs. A new personality with a different presentation and a different set of negotiating skills. Thank you to our CEO, Kelly Bennett, and her team. Sarah Kylo, thank you, our Deputy Corporate Officer. We appreciate everything staff does, and we recognize we have an amazing team in the District of Sycamoose staff, and we're very fortunate. A thank you to all the people that supported us, our families for their encouragement, our friends for their sometimes brutal honesty, those that supported our campaigns financially and put their money and their belief in us. And thank you to those that proudly displayed our signs on your property. Thank you. I feel honored to be chosen by Sycamoose to represent you as the mayor. I'm also so very excited you chose this group of people to work together. I feel a sense of renewal, hope, and freshness. This group will be very professional, collaborative, transparent, and a great representation of Sycamoose. From this day forward, the 7 of us represent the District of Sycamoose. Before I close, as this speech is getting long and I want to leave you wanting more, which my husband says you're a politician, nobody wants that. This only works when we all work together. Not only your council or as your chosen elected officials, as a community, as a district, and as a region. When we respectfully communicate well and engage with each other, suggest new ideas, listen and hear new ideas for the betterment of our constituents, it's then that we move on. Thank you to our special guests for being here, MLA Greg Kylo, MP Mel Arnold, Director Rona Martin, Electoral Area E, and as well Sergeant Marie O'Neill from our Sycamoose RCMP detachment. Thank you to my husband, Bill. Where is he? There. For all your love and support, always behind the scenes, however, not far away. Thank you, my friend Alice. On behalf of Mayor and Council, thank you all. We are honored to represent Sycamoose. Before I finish here, I just want to steal a quote from Winston Churchill, which is fitting for what we do. You'll never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks. Now, what we're going to do is take care of some business and share some of your new council's purchase celebratory refreshments. So we'll just take care of some business and move from there. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, back in my other chair. We are going to make some appointments right now. So the first one we're going to do is acting mayor. We have a recommendation that Council McCabe be appointed as acting mayor for the remainder of 2022 and 2023 year. Do I have a mover, please? Thank you, Gord. Second? Thanks, Bob. Any discussion? Go ahead.
I thought it might be appropriate for perhaps a new counselor to do that instead of myself.
We had that discussion and we thought just to finish off this term and get us started, it would be appropriate if you continued. I think the group is feeling that way.
Is that council's wishes?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyone other than Malcolm opposed? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Council committee recommended that Councillor McCabe and Councillor Rich be appointed to the council committee with Splatsine. Can I have a mover? Second, Pam. Any discussion? I'll call the question. Anyone opposed? Carried. Thank you. Columbia Shuswap Regional District Board, recommendation that Mayor Colleen Anderson be appointed as director to the Columbia Shuswap Regional District Board. Can I get a mover? Thanks, Bob. Second, Ian. Any discussion? I'll call the question. Is anyone opposed? Carried. Thank you. I have a second part to this question. Sorry, I missed it. Can I just back it up? And that Councillor McCabe be appointed as alternate director. Could I get a mover? Second. Discussion. Opposed? Anyone? I'll call the question. Okay, carried.
I don't think anyone knows what that was for.
Sorry, that was to back up as a appointment as alternate director. If I can't be at a CSRD meeting, then Malcolm will step in for me. Is that okay, Cal? Okay. The Shuswap North Okanagan Rail Trail Advisory Committee recommended that Councillor Bushell be appointed to the Shuswap North Okanagan Rail Trail Advisory Committee and that Councillor McCabe be appointed as his alternate. Can I get a mover? Bob, thank you. Second. Thanks, Pam. Any discussion? I'll call the question. Anyone opposed? Carried. So that was the bit of short business that we had to take care of. So it is 6:40 and I'd like to adjourn our inaugural meeting. Thank you.
5:40.
5:40. Thank you. There are some refreshments and snacks